weekend starts now in Major League Volleyball from Gas South Arena. It's the third meeting of the season between the Atlanta Vibe and Grand Rapids Rise. Both teams earned sweeps over the other on their home floors earlier this season. We'll see how tonight shapes up on what should be a special night. And by Carly Snyder, and we are underway. Vibe in their home peach uniforms, Rise in the road blues. And an errant set results in the first point for the Vibe. Avery Carlson, the rookie setter, coming off her third double-double against the Mojo. 15 digs, 47 assists. Aiko Jones off the touch. There is the layup by Hens. That's the first, certainly not the last. And that inside cross falls for Paige Briggs-Romine, coming off a team-high 16 points against Indy. She has been so consistent all season.
Yeah, if you like defense, you watch Morgan Hens, the libero number 6 in white, because she'll start the pass, but Briggs-Romine hit that finish.
Vibe fans are thinking, boy, we saw so much of that at Gas South Arena the last 2 years. Don't like it as much when she's wearing the other team's uniform, but they still have Leah Edmond as she swings a heavy hand for her first kill.
This is the third time these two teams have played, so you see Edmond going for a shot. She's known that's open.
At 364, 18 kills in that 4-set win over the Mojo. Off the back set, it's Elizabeth Inne missing the corner.
You got Inne trying to hit that deep spot. She's trying to touch the top of the fingertips. Look for those high hand shots throughout the match.
11th-year pro from Romania, third in the team in kills. Edmond winds up another serve. It's controlled from the back by Snyder. Unable to get that first ball side out. Rumpelberg with the dig. Rumpelberg with another cover. Smith rolls it down the line. Oh, over on two. Nifty play by the center, the second-year pro Cameron Turner.
You watch Cameron Turner play. She's got one of the fastest pop out of her hands, and that's what makes her deceptive to drop that tip.
You don't even see the hands move. Turner starting for a 5th straight match on a streak of 3 consecutive double-doubles. Target Edmond on the serve. They go soft over the middle, and Jackie Moore for the side out.
You see the Vibe starting out with something different, getting more involved in the offense, more worked away in that starting role, always up and ready.
14 matches into the season, we asked Caleb Banworth, do you feel like you're confident in your team's identity? And she was very upfront, and I don't think we're there yet. There's still a lot to evolve and to be discovered with this Vibe team down the stretch of the regular season as that line shot lands for the Rise side out from Berkeley Oblad. Oblad, another player, Keely, who's going to have to step up her game. The 6th-year pro, spent the last 2 seasons in Vegas. Replaced Liam Meyer, who went down with injury early in the 3rd set of that Indy match. For Oblad, it was only her 2nd appearance of the season, but boy, you love to see such a confident, savvy, poised veteran that you can pull off your bench to stabilize things. And the defensive point puts another one in the column of the Rise.
Oblad so happy she's blocking next to a Carly Snyder on that ball, getting that block.
Briggs-Romine to serve, and it's an ace to put the Rise ahead by 1.
After talking to Kathy George, the head coach for the Rise, she talked about we have to serve tough. There's no chance we want to keep Atlanta in system running that fast offense.
6th ace of the season for the 3rd-year pro, Briggs-Romine. Carlson the back set to Jones as she takes flight. Clinical finish by Aiko Jones. She was more of the closer in San Diego. They're getting some early run in the first.
I love watching Aiko Jones get her game started. When she gets hot and confident, nothing can stop her.
And Kayla said she wasn't all there offensively versus San Diego. Still narrowly missed her 3rd double-double. Finished with 8 kills, 9 digs. Edmond with the up from the back. Carlson feeds Smith, and she pounds it down.
Andy, between setter Avery Carlson and Taylor Smith, the connection is there. Carlson can set low, and Smith can hit. Watch how low this set comes off. Gives the seam right away.
Yeah. Smith not only a season-high 14 kills against the Mojo, hit 286 as that tool shot results in the Rise side out.
You see the strategy for Grand Rapids, going behind the setter, trying to work the left front blocker with Smith. That's 2 in a row slide attempts, that one-footed set behind the setter for Oblad.
And in front of the Oblad serve, Alyssa Jensen comes in at middle blocker. Had a season-high 7 kills in that Indy match. Overpassed and off the joust, the Rise reload. The broad jump by Briggs-Romine. That's controlled by Jones. Oblad's turn to dish. And Snyder sprays that over the triple, 5 point.
Snyder has major respect for Awalea, the middle blocker for Vibe, trying to avoid those hands. Taylor Smith, love to call her Taylor Head. Forget she's married often.
The former Taylor Head. Serving to Briggs Romine. Big broad jump by In and almost packs it away. Rise build once more from the back. Snyder changes the speed. Smith was there. And now Edmond over the top of the block. She misses long. Point to the Rise.
Early on, you're seeing a lot of long shots. These are attackers that really trying to hit the ball hard, but the sets are behind their head, so it's hard to create that topspin.
These teams first met on January 11th at Gas South Arena, as that is punished from the 3-meter line. Aiko Jones with another kill. And in that sweep in Atlanta, the Vibe hit 370 against the Rise, the third highest hitting percentage allowed in Rise franchise history. It's a perky start for Aiko Jones, and the Vibe back in front by 1.
Shifting locations and back row attacks, that's what Vibe's improved upon.
And we'll lay it with that buggy whip serve. Miscommunication, and it's hit into the net by Jensen.
I love the idea, though. You had setter Cameron Turner trying to turn and force the middle as she goes off the net in this rotation.
9 serve and 7. Awalea did not feature in either match so far versus Grand Rapids. Has nice first contact. Bit of a lean back there by Inna. Edmond off the block touch. Good reflex dig by Snyder. Hence on the spot. And now Snyder off hands and down. Defense by Morgan Hens leading to the side out for Snyder, though. Morgan Hens. You know, Hensville has had a couple of relocations in 2026, but a very familiar sight in Atlanta.
Yeah, Morgan Hens needs this short hit somewhere else because you're not finding a kill when you come at me.
And how valuable will she become, Keely, with all of the injuries that this Rise team has had to withstand? The latest now with Leah Meyer. Lauren Jardine Clark is out as well. And just no consistency in Kathy George's lineups or rotation. But now you add Morgan Hens, and off that block, Briggs Romine gets up. Now tied at 9. Just having her presence just has to infuse so much confidence in every other player on the court.
Because you know that attackers are trying to avoid left back, and you can block a little more seam as you saw.
First ball side out, Edmond. Snaps that wrist from the pin.
The speed which Atlanta's setting right now is so low. This is improved upon because you got a rookie setter connecting, playing much higher level.
Lee Edmonds second in the league in kills per set and total kills, behind the Pulse's Mimi Collier. Served down the line to Briggs Romine. And a quick set finished off by Jensen. Alyssa Jensen, the third-year pro from Michigan State, coming off a season-high 7 kills against Indy. Also had 2 blocks, became the first player in franchise history to reach 100 blocks with the Rise. Playing for her former coach with the Spartans and Kathy George. Nice off-speed by Edmond.
Major respect for defenders. Remembering in that last rotation, Lee Edmond hit that deep shot, so pure respect. Defenders sitting back, waiting for the hard. Edmond dropping it short.
Second kill for Edmond. Here she is at the service line, but hits that short. It hasn't been as terrifying a sight, Leah Edmond at the service line, as it was last year when she trailed only Orlando's Natalie Foster for the league lead in aces. Numbers are down from the service line by Leah Edmond, but still every bit as potent for the Vibe. Turner in it, works line, but misses it.
Everything is either going to the middle or the right side of the court for the Rise. This one a little wide, but I think we're going to see Inna get another back row opportunity here shortly.
Inna led the Rise with 12 kills in that match here on January 11th. Vibe hit 302 in that 4-set win over the Mojo. Still one of the better defensive teams in Major League Volleyball, third in the league in opponent hitting percentage. The shank pass by Briggs Romine, and it's a Vibe ace from Moore.
That's what you want to see. You got a middle on the service line, so you know everyone wants to hit to that left back. So get that ace, push a point. Nice job, Moore.
Best way to avoid your opponent hitting the left back, just dial up an ace. See if that's where the Rise go. They sure do, and off that go behind. Nice put away by Oblat.
Slide attack, you got Oblat, a 6'4" middle blocker with that extension going right through that block, seeing a hole, taking it.
And found that seam with the move-in blocker for the side out. I mean, out of system swing for Jones, puts a lot of thump into it and gets the point.
That was great listening skills by Taylor Smith. Listening for left back, Rumpelberg calling that ball out for Vibe to get that point.
And Bert Rumpelberg also settling in at libero. Filling the big shoes of Morgan Hens. And that Vibe vanguard the first couple of seasons. Rumpelberg with the bump set to Smith. Gets it blocked and unable to be dug by Rumpelberg.
Yeah, when you step in for Morgan Hens as the libero, it's like a shoe wardrobe. She does so much. You can wear so many outfits. And Britt Rumpelberg doing a great job for Atlanta Vibe. But Morgan Hens is one of a kind.
Yeah, you know, you're not just filling shoes. You're having to replace the whole rack and the whole closet. Deep cross down for Awalea.
And Vibe is like, Rise, you got a slide attacker with Oblat. Oh, we got one too. Awalea going behind the setter. Elevation, full hole, taking it down.
Atlanta native out of Marietta. Second team All Big Ten at Minnesota in her final collegiate season. 15 serving third team. Here's Taylor Smith. Had her first ace of the season in that Mojo win. And how about a second one? Boy, from my lips to Taylor Smith's arm.
That's
and the Viber, the first to 16.
Exactly what Caleb Banworth said. We're going to attack on that service line. Dropping it right in front of the outside hitter. Great job pushing points.
Yeah, Caleb Banworth thought that this Rise team might be vulnerable in service, even with the ace from Smith. Atlanta. Back to the service line strolls Taylor Smith. Native of Winter Garden, Florida, reuniting with their former teammate at Florida State. In the Vibes middle blocker, Corey Lewis. Back-to-back aces, bookending the timeout for Smith.
It's like going to the store. You got a big target on your belly. Briggs Romine, a Vibe is coming for you on that. You're going to see the pass and serve going right at number 13.
She cooks this one long. Break the scoring run for the Vibe. Taylor Smith, like we said, recorded her first ace of the year in the last match, and now she's making up for lost time. Cameron Turner. And another one pounded down by Awalea. Nicely done. You see that Atlanta really in rhythm and in system in this first set.
Huge right there. You got that slide attack 2 in a row for the kills as the serving sub Ava Martin coming in to try to create a run and own that defensive spot in left back.
The number 2 pick in the most recent Major League Volleyball draft, the former Creighton Blue Jay. And one serve in the San Diego match, and that one into the net for an error.
That's the right idea, though. Use a serving specialist. As a starter, you are only allowed to come out once, and once you enter, you have to stay in. So that's the last we will see of Ava Martin on that service line.
Only a good time in this set for Caleb Banworth to execute that sub. The jump top by Snyder, and slowed up by Smith. Big broad jump by Jones. Aiko Jones has been lighting it up in this first set.
You nailed it. The broad jump in the flow. It was a perfect set delivery. You see no hesitation. Aiko Jones knew where it was coming, took it with power.
And it was coming in hot. 5th kill already for Aiko Jones. Turner to Inna. Nice layout by Rumpelberg, but tapped down comfortably by Briggs Romine.
It is rare that a tip shot goes on that first ball side out in Major League Volleyball. I think that's the respect that Inna has throughout the league, waiting for that hard shot.
Elizabeth Inna really having to step up now because of the injuries. Paige Briggs Romine got that side out kill. 15 matches consecutively with double-digit kills for the former Western Kentucky star. Paige breaks Romine, 6th in Major League Volleyball in kills per set. Edmond to throw that into the block. Now Jones from a standstill, caught some hands, slowed up, and Snyder will build from the back. Inna with another rocket. That's turned back. And roofed by Edmond. Lead stretches to 4. Off the overpass.
This is an authoritative overpass send. Leah Edmond saw instantly where the open court was, took her hand, send it right away.
How about Rumpelberg covering the line, though? Sacrificing her body to extend the rally.
As a teammate once said, up is up. I'll use any piece of my body.
Doesn't matter how, you only worry about did you. And Rumpelberg did. And so did Berkeley Oblad with that middle attack.
That's exactly what you see Rise doing on a good pass. So that's when the setter's at the net. When she's running past that 3-meter line, that's considered out of system. Getting middles involved in system is key.
And it caught some tape. Root by Briggs Romine. And put down eventually for the points.
A kind of a back-to-back teaching moment for young players. You have outside hitters owning overpasses, seeing open court. I go, there I am. She owns that left back, walks in, makes her teammates around her better. Kathy George says she's just an instant leader on the court. We started play a lot better with Morgan Hentz on the court.
She got a very warm reception here when they introduced her into starting lineups. Another one hammered down by Smith. Boy, she can really elevate and detonate from the pin.
You had Atlanta Vibe passing really well. The sets along the net. Even Avery Carlson coming off, gives a fast ball out for Smith.
Vibe hitting 308 in this opening set. And yeah, the passing from the rookie setter from SMU, Avery Carlson, has been on point. Moore winds up the serve. Miss hit, trickles off the tape, and a point for the Vibe.
You see Atlanta Vibe not at all serving Morgan Hentz, staying as far away as she possibly can. So you got Snyder and Briggs Romine. They're the serving targets. Let's see what Moore does on the service side.
Moore goes to Snyder. Off the slide, Oblad, great up. And the back set by Jones. A free ball, though, for the Rise. Edmond playing some more defense. Smith rolls it. Briggs Romine the give and go with authority.
Take a moment. So you had Cameron Turner turn and hit. Lee Edmond made a sweet dig. The next go round, she uses a decoy. Awalea jump, giving a hitter one-on-one on that set. Great job setting Turner.
Paige Briggs Romine bidding for a spot in the Major League Volleyball All-Star match at the end of the month. Off the assist from her second-year setter, Cameron Turner, who set a franchise record 58 assists against Atlanta last year. And Snyder runs out of room to side out for the Vibe, now within 2 of a set 1 win.
I mean, should that count as 2 points when you get a kill off of Morgan Vibe on the defense? Yeah, right? Earning that all the way is Leah Edmond.
You don't think Leah Edmond and Morgan Hentz had their battles in practice the last 2 years?
It made them better.
Oh, I bet. Snyder steps into it. Cross was covered by Smith. Oh, another snipe by Jones. And it's set point for the Vibe. Aiko Jones, hands of silk, nerves of steel right now.
And you see that cover pickup. Rumpelberg saved the play. Aiko Jones finished the play.
A 6th kill of the set for Aiko Jones. She'll serve to try to close it out. It'll be Awalea instead. And a clinical set 1 win, 25-19 by the Vibe. Yeah, everybody contributed, everybody was efficient, but no one more so than Aiko Jones. Narrowly missed the double-double on Sunday. Able to serve the Vibe to a 25-19 opening set victory.
Kathy, and I think she's going to have to get her passing back on track, because that's what it's exploited the weaknesses on that service game. That's a better pass. When you get good passes with Rise, the offense is there, as we see Carly Snyder taking the first back row attack hit.
All off a snappy serve receive by Morgan Hentz. Carlson working quick to Moore.
In this game or any level, you watch that first contact, the pass. Is it at the net? You have a really good chance to get a hitter one-on-one as blockers try to hold in their hitter in front of them.
Former SMU Mustang to the former Vanderbilt Commodore Jackie Moore. 1 point apiece. Smith throws it into the block. Off the reset, one more middle attack, but nice defense by Snyder. But now a free ball conceded to the Vibe. See if they take advantage, and that is packed down by Moore.
Kayla Banworth said she's going to give the green light to Setter Carlson to set the middle as much as possible. That rhythm's got to be there, and I love that set to middle connection.
Second in the nation this past fall in total assists. Avery Carlson, who worked with Kayla Banworth on the U23 national team in Mexico last summer. Kayla calls her one of the elite decision-making setters out there, locationally elite. And she is really leading some balanced offense. Now it's Carlson's turn for the dig. Jones, tough angle, goes off speed and gets it down.
At this level, if you're going to tip, you have to do it deceptively. Watch how Aiko Jones comes in, pulls her arm back to hit, drops it short for that point.
You knew that the Rise had to respect the big windup by Jones. Little finesse there. Chopped down by Moore. Jackie Moore with 3 early kills in this opening set. It's a 4-1 Vibe lead.
Moore's fought her way into that starting role and does not want to look back. Ready for that overpass. High, tight, snapping it down.
And Moore's continuing to try to put some heat at the service line, into the net instead. You know, it's not like the Rise swung poorly in that first set. They hit 296.
It was purely the aces. So 4 aces count as 4 points. You lose by 6. You would have been right there in it.
When you're allowing 375, really hard to build scoring runs. Rumpelberg ranges underneath it. Carlson to Smith, and she whips it long on the line shot.
No argument. You had Vibe's teammates looking for the shot.
Here is Inna. A lot of stamps on her passport. She's played internationally in Romania, Hungary, South Korea, Poland, Turkey, and an ace for Inna.
And that's pretty special. So for all my Michigan folks out there, yes, I played very good, went overseas, had that experience, and it would have been amazing to experience playing in your home country like you're seeing with Major League Volleyball.
Oh, I think you still have a couple of swings in you. Maybe your knees say otherwise.
My hands still exist. All I got is the set. Don't make me run, though.
Smith misses the cross, and a nice response by the Rise, Keely. 3-0 run to put this second set back on level terms.
And relying on that experience. 11 years, got it coming through, taking her time, has her own type of serving rhythm as gets a breath, makes her passes.
And her last 2 years in Turkey, overpass. Oh, but a miss hit. That was there for the taken by Oblad. Did that catch a hand? It did. Off the touch, another point for Aiko Jones.
With the blocking formation, you see Vibe going either outside, trying to hit over Turner, or to the right side and using Briggs-Romine as the blocker.
Aiko Jones has already equaled her kill total from the San Diego match. That's 8 for the former Louisville Cardinal. Briggs-Romine tries to turn line, misses hands. Point Vibe, Atlanta back in front.
Jones locked in on her game, and I actually think the matchup is to her favor as well. She's got Briggs-Romine in front. Aiko Jones' elevation is much higher.
Also really good blocking opposite for Kayla Banworth as Snyder off that broad jump from the middle hits into the net.
This is the time for Vibe to push points. You have a 2-hitter situation for Rise, so you think Snyder might be a possible back row attack, but anything out of system, you got to be ready for that outside.
Turner with the back set and the slide kill by Oblad in rhythm.
Starts with a good pass, and then having a setter like Turner who likes to attack the ball, uses it, holds the middle just enough. That is a hole, my friends, through that block.
And Oblad played 1 set coming out for the injured Leah Meyer against Indy. Pushed over by Awalea. Vibe reload. Awalea once more. Great defense, though, by Briggs Romine. Ooh, coming in hot down the line, Oblad.
That was the fastest audible that Oblad communicated with Turner, says she was ready up, and that delivery was so fast, no defender could have been ready for it.
Nice first ball by Edmond. That cross doesn't land, but that one does by Awalea.
I thought Awalea was going to send it with some power, but took pace off because she saw the shot on the side of the rise was open short.
Right back in front, Aiko Jones to serve. And she misses the line.
Checking out the rotations. You have Jensen back in the middle. Hasn't gotten many opportunities on the set. Anna is in your right back. Can the pass happen right now off of defense because Hentz is out?
This will be a free ball for the Rise. Chance for them to reclaim the lead. Pinpoint pass, unable to be put away. Edmond with the dig. Oh, but that bump set by Jones was overcooked. And indeed, Grand Rapids regains the lead at 9-8.
It all started with that service game. Vibe was out of system from the first contact, and that gave the advantage to Rise.
Another serve for Oblad, the former Utah Ute. Targeting Edmond. Smith hammers it down.
Okay, Taylor Smith. She keeps her body open, has all the shots, and last second decides. That is ball control, IQ, and vision for Smith.
It's so easy to forget, Keely, that Taylor Smith is only 5'10". Great body control, great effortless elevation by the former Arkansas Razorback and Florida State Seminole. Edmond having to change speed, but gets it down. Unable to be controlled by Inna.
Leah Edmond showed tip because the set was behind her. Inna crashed, and then dropping it a little bit behind her. That's how you confuse a defender.
Fourth kill for Edmond. Snyder with a rip.
Snyder gets a rip, right? But it's because Cameron Turner has tipped 3 contacts. So Vibe's block and defense are thinking about that set coming over on 2. Giving your hitters one-on-one is Turner's specialty.
Snyder only hit 0-43 in the Indy match, but a season-high 364 in the sweep over the Vibe on Valentine's Day. No touch, and that ball misses the line. Point Rise. Back and forth, second set. Grand Rapids in front, 11-10.
This is the time you need to push points. Rise is in a 3-hitter situation. Inna's back in your front row.
Well, read by Turner as the Vibe tried to go over on 2. Edmond rolls it deep to Briggs Romine. Edmond blocked and down. Turned away by Inna on the close.
Edmond usually doesn't get blocked on the head because she's the last one to land. This one a little tight, keeping it in front, off the block and down.
And got some help from Jensen. Ramat Al-Hassan, who had started the first 11 matches for Grand Rapids, the former Florida Gator. She's now inactive the last 5. Leads the team still in hitting percentage. Big hole to fill. Alyssa Jensen, though, coming off the season-high 7 kills, had a couple of blocks as well. Trying to anchor the middle for the Rise. Snyder to reach back for it. Off the outside hand of the block, another one for Jones.
Coming to play is Aiko Jones. You can see her locked in like in her Louisville days, just destroying the ACC. Aiko Jones is back.
That is blowing up the block for Aiko Jones, hitting .467 right now. Nazis at 12.
Oh.
Snyder cuts it loose again. We've seen some majestic swings from the 8th-year pro Carly Snyder in this second set.
This is why I love MLB. You give Carly Snyder the opportunity to get better in her game when we loved watching her at Florida.
Second team All-League a season ago, bidding for back-to-back appearances in the Major League Volleyball All-Star match. Edmond not quite in sync on the set. Snyder, well, right a layout and off the joust. Rise will reload. Briggs Romine with the cross, misses hands.
Hanging on, holding your breath vibe in that rotation. Nice swing, Briggs Romine trying to avoid a wall in front of her between Jones and Moore.
Paige Briggs Romine with a double-double in that sweep over Atlanta on February 14th. Part of a streak in which she recorded 5 straight double-doubles. And with a rip, Edmond didn't see it.
Taking it to the face. Edmond just trying to gather herself. That ball was set a lot faster than Edmond was expecting, but great way to check on your teammate for some sportsmanship.
Yeah, very sporting gesture by Elizabeth Inna. Her kill gives the Rise the 14-13 lead. Inna's hitting -111. Doesn't feel like it, though. Carlson, feeds Moore.
Hey, Coach Caleb Banworth, I wondered what you guys worked on in practice. I would say a little middle setter connection, everything. Feed in the middle is Avery Carlson.
Oh. That was a burial by Moore, my goodness. Briggs Romine working line, lunging dig by Edmond. Now Smith into the double block. Unable to be kept up. Rise have really answered the call here in the second set, and they take the lead again.
Oblad hanging on for that close to get that block. A big point right there, going one ahead as we gear up for the end of the second set.
And for the first time, Keeley, we see the rookie from Indiana, Candela Alonso Corseas, who had her first career start against Indy. And to be special, back in the state where she played her collegiate volleyball. Good first contact by Rumpelberg and put away by Moore. Tell you what, Jackie Moore has quietly strung together a strong match.
Pretty impressive. When you figure out what makes the hitter successful as a setter, you keep feeding it. You see a 3, it's a distance set away, coming in strong, that connection. Avery Carlson finding Moore.
And the team has been able to build a scoring run in this second. And the kill by Briggs Romine takes us to timeout. Teams trading points all throughout back in 2019. Aiko Jones had to take something off on the cross. And that hit is wide.
That transition offense not really working for Rise right now. It's more about getting the ball at the net. And when Turner's at the net as a setter, she's dishing one-on-one opportunities. But Vibe doing a good job holding on for points.
Jones the serve. Vibe had 4 aces in the first set, none here in the second. Slide by Oblad, well read by Edmond. Another slide. Nothing there either. Smith redirects off the block for the point.
Taylor Smith has so much room for error. You can go high with her, you can go off, and even on a miss set like that, Smith able to get and ready for that fast set.
Vibe serving back in front. Good first contact, not a great set though. Jones had to wait for it, and it got denied by Snyder. The defensive point by Grand Rapids ties at 17.
Such a heads-up play. Snyder staying inside, helping out on that block. Instead of going wide, recognize, jump back for that left-handed block.
Smith turns it line, but it is Aaron. Another point for the Rise, who retake the lead.
Smith's taking that one a little long, but her idea is right. She's trying to work the outside hands on the line swing against Turner, the setter at the front row block.
Edmond got there in front of Carlson. Briggs Romine the bump set. Snyder hits into hands. Smith measured it. Did it catch a hand? It did. Kathy George doesn't believe so. She checks her brain trust on the bench.
Jensen giving a head nod. Yep, I touched that with my right hand coming through that block.
Yeah, Jensen fessed up to it. To the side out for the Vibe, tied at 18.
Yeah, if you lied to your coach, you're sprinting in practice.
Remember, this set started out 4-1 Vibe, then the 3-0 Grand Rapids run, and ever since, neither team is led by more than 2. Now it's Grand Rapids back in front by 1 on the slam tip by Turner.
Hands down, the most deceptive tip setter in the league right now is Turner.
Former Big 12 setter of the year in Kansas. And Turner to serve it in. Oh, campfire point. Nope, it's pancaked up. And now the point off the ricochet for the Rise. Boy, they thought they had taken themselves out of the point. Instead, it's Grand Rapids who gets it done. And a timeout for Atlanta. How about Turner coming to the rescue on the pancake? And then the block by Snyder. System. Right on cue to Edmond. No problem there. Oh, and another block. It's Alonso Corseas with her first point of the match.
Just like we mentioned, we knew Leah Edmonds got 3 rotation. Well, guess what? The entire block for the Rise also felt where that ball was going.
It has suddenly turned inside Gas South Arena, 21-18 Rise. Anna Dixon coming in. So too is Shannon Shields. First appearance for both. The back set to Dixon. Tries to thump it line. Well defended. Snyder off speed. Gets it done.
And look who dug that bullet from Dixon. Morgan Hentz.
Yep.
Taking it. They were teammates last season. Morgan Hentz knew the shot coming in hard. And then Snyder finally getting that kill for her team.
Snyder has played really well in this second set. Edmond with the off speed, another pancake from Turner. Dixon will try again, and that time swats the cross down. Badly needed point for the Vibe if they want to muster a late set charge. 22-19 on Anna Dixon's first point.
I love talking to Coach Banworth about Dixon, calling her the closer, just like a pitcher, coming in, finishing out, scoring right away.
And 3 kills, a block, and a dig against the Mojo last weekend. Oh, almost pinballed up and over. But another Rise point to put them closer, 23-19.
The Rise know they're in a side-out game. You have a decent lead. It's just that first ball contact coming through with a quick kill, getting the point.
Snyder, team leading 11 aces. Winds up that jump top. Well played by Smith. Hence ranges underneath it. Feeds Briggs Romine. The up by Rampelberg. Oh, great swing by Smith.
Taylor Smith out of that back row was waiting for another opportunity to work her hand contact, dropping it with precision.
Carlson to serve, Vibe down 3. Quick set, no hands, and the swing long.
You hear Coach Bird on the sideline yelling, earn it. You have to earn it now, and that was a earn point. You have Iko Jones back in the front row. It's a stronger blocking presence for Atlanta.
Rise can't get this side on. Kathy George will probably call timeout. Vibe again, 3rd in Major League Volleyball in opponent hitting percentage off the block touch. It's now set point for Grand Rapids from the swing by Alonso Corseas.
Un punto. Alonso Corseas coming in strong inside that block. Look at that top spin, dropping it inside the court.
As a veteran of the professional league in Spain, I know you're a big fan of the Madrileña by way of Indiana. Candela Alonso Corseas. Edmond cuts it loose. That was slowed at the net. Briggs Romine blocked. Edmond keeps the Vibe alive.
Holding on to set point. Rotationally, Leah Edmond was on that right side. I'm not sure if Turner remembered that. You'd be setting somewhere else.
And now you have the most dangerous server on this Vibe club, and Leah Edmond, 8 aces. It's going to be an out-of-system swing now for set point. Briggs Romine through the block. Handled by Edmond. Across to Maddie Isringhausen for the cross. No hands, and that is set point for Grand Rapids. Will Kayla Banworth initiate a challenge?
Andy, I saw net moving, and I think Coach Banworth saw it too.
Atlanta is challenging for a net touch.
Yeah, so at issue is the potential net touch by the Rise.
Challenge on the court. Well, where's the proof?
So we'll take another look at it in the Major League Volleyball Replay Center. Call on the court with no
right.
touch.
There was a net fault, but the
Yep,
play will
sure
be reversed.
was.
Atlanta will get the point.
And you see Oblad going up with her left hand, catching it on that block.
So the second set yet to be decided is 24-23 Grand Rapids. And another swing for the two-time All-League outside Leah Edmond. Good first contact, brings Romine, puts it away.
Pass set with speed, gave the hole. Rise walking off with that victory.
They go from allowing 375 to Atlanta in the first set to 136 in the 7, and it paces the Rise to a set 2 victory, all level at a set apiece as we've hit intermission in Atlanta. Gas South Arena on this Friday night in our presentation of Major League Volleyball. Cameron Turner to cue up the serve and get set 3 underway. Grand Rapids at 5-10 on the year. Atlanta 7-7. The first swing by Edmond is a good one.
Fantastic job to start with that solid pass. First contact, if a setter's at the net, that's a good pass, guys. Then you can get your hitter somewhat of a seam, and Edmond taking it line.
Coming off a team-high 18 kills in that 4-set win Sunday versus San Diego. And now the first serve of the set by the number 7 pick in the last Major League Volleyball draft, Avery Carlson. Kayla Banworth told us she's challenging Avery Carlson to be more vocal, more aggressive. I think she's heeded that. Point Rise. Net touch, net error gives Grand Rapids the point as they now head to the service line and Snyder. Did that catch line? It did. Ace by Carly Snyder.
Carly Snyder's attack is so lethal in the front row, and then she goes back and is able to rip a hard jump topspin serve.
Team leading 12th ace. Trying for it again to the back line. Controlled well by Edmond. Off the middle attack, the up by Turner. High ball for Briggs Romine, nothing there. Jones into the block, and the block has really roared to life for the Rise. We saw it in the second set. It continues in the third, and Alonso Corseas
coming in as that right side, got the sub and wants to stick it in that starting rotation. Alonso Corseas is, estoy aquí, guys. I'm right here.
You know, Keely, we didn't mention it in that opening set because of how surgical the vibe were, but Grand Rapids comes in third in Major League Volleyball in blocks per set. They have a strong block. It just didn't reveal itself in the beginning, but it's one of the ingredients of that second set win, and now a 3-1 lead early in the third as Edmond takes flight. Off the block touch, Briggs Romine hits into hands. Briggs Romine attacks the block again. Oh, great lunge by Snyder from the back line. The rally continues. Carlson steps in front of Smith. Jones off speed. One-handed dig by Alonso Corseas. And the kill by Briggs Romine. Front to back, great rally by the Rise.
How Cameron Turner got this set off was impressive. It was coming in fast. The fast pop. Watch, off the side foot. Boom! Sticking it for Briggs Romine to drop it between defenders.
I can tell how impressed you've been with Cameron Turner.
I know, I might be saying her name like every point.
Evan with the cross, Hens parries it away. Forces a reset from Rumpelberg. A third swing by Edmond. Now when Hens is there. Briggs Romine tries to bury it through the block. Edmond once again. Oh, this is great action. Briggs Romine, the cross. That's kept up by Rumpelberg. Crowd is loving it. We're loving it. Hens with another layout. And the block by Jackie Moore finishes off the point for the Vibe. That is Major League Volleyball at its absolute best.
And that is the rally of the game, sponsored by Rally Volleyball. Vibe with the finish on that block.
We got a little bit of everything on that point, did we not? Edmond serving, Vibe down 2. Oh, Jackie Moore thought that was going to be an overpass. It seems she'd already turned her body, now realizing it was going to be right over her head. A little excuse me point for the Rise to make it 5-2. Out of system swing by Smith, and it is erased by Oblad.
There's a pretty strong wall in front. You got Oblad making the close. Alonso Corseas did a great job with the setup, staying inside, forcing that cup inside, getting the block.
Rise fans should feel very encouraged by what they're seeing from Oblad here in the absence of the injured Meyer. And what has just been a nightmare of injuries from the middle for Kathy George and the Rise. Snyder steps into it. Jones cuts it loose. Turner was there. Oh, and miss hit by Moore. She was there with Smith. They couldn't get in sync. You're afraid if Moore actually on the follow-through connected with Smith, it'll be a point for Grand Rapids, but now your attention turns to Taylor Smith.
You hope Taylor Smith's okay. It looked like a hand to the face on that come through. It was an overpass between. The middle has the right of way to the right. Wow. I feel that right there.
Oh, your
but
knees.
Yeah, everyone in Michigan would agree. You live for summers, you get out of winters, and I chose to get out for college.
Keila, when I said 3 decades, did your joints just creak a little more? I apologize if I said it like that.
I actually told people today I switched out my shoes, walking with the different because of arthritis in my foot. But you don't want that when you grow up, but that line shot you definitely want for the Rise.
Yeah, working the outside edge of the block by Alonso Corseas. Drafted 11th overall, second round. Hance once again takes some smoke out of Edmond's swing. Briggs Romine with the cross. Smith gets underneath it, chops it down.
That's a gut check right there. You got Taylor Smith with her first hitting attempt coming through. For Rise, you take note. You're like, oh, okay, she's coming to play. Nice job on that finish. It's a great dig by Rumpelberg and then finish.
Yeah, Rumpelberg and Hens both getting in the middle of things. Oblad tried to work line off the slide, but swung wide. Point Atlanta as they creep closer.
Yeah, you love this speed, and I think Rise are passing well. Turner's running an offense at the net.
Turner goes to the middle attack and Snyder. Can't put it down off the off speed. Another go behind with Oblad. That's slowed by Awalea. Another block by Awalea. Sharp cross, Briggs Romine. You know, she saw 2 swings get rejected by Awalea. She says, I'm going to work inside Awalea this time, and it falls for a point.
Yeah, hands down, Morgan Hens saved the play first on that cover, and then Briggs Romine taking the hardest topspin shot to cut it inside that block.
The native of Ortonville, Michigan, 5th overall pick by the Valkyries in the inaugural Major League Volleyball draft. We're going to continue her streak of consecutive matches with double-digit kills, 15 and counting coming in. Smith pounds it through. Blows up the block. Taylor Smith with another kill.
I mean, blinking pretty hard, but that hit is looking good. You see her right cheek a little swollen, but those 2 hits looking pretty not swollen. Wow.
All right. Great first contact. First ball side out. Easy does it by Oblad.
When you go speed, it's really hard for the middle blocker to close on the slide attack. You'd love to see Oblad with that connection with her and her setter.
Oblad has 7 kills. And remember, when she came on for Meyer in that Indy match, that was only her 2nd appearance of the season. But, you know, that's what the value of a veteran, Keely, is they are always ready. And being thrown into the crucible, it's not going to faze them. Certainly not with Berkeley Oblad, who's in her 3rd year in the league. And she is showing that wiles of the veteran here for Kathy George in the Rise. 5 serving down 7. And off the platform of Smith for the side out.
A welcome sub on the court. You got Alonso Corsellas coming in on that last swing. Her hitting percentage is looking awfully good, hitting over 500 currently in this match.
Yeah, Alonso Corsellas earned her first career start in the India match, finished with a season-high 7 kills. Big swing off a big leap by Jones.
You nailed it on the head. When your hitter's in the flow, watch how the smooth flow, that broad jump was perfect. Aiko Jones saw it and took it. You gotta love to see that if you're a Vi fan.
Aiko Jones dropping the hammer. I wouldn't say she was held in check, but boy, she set a high bar for herself with her swings in the first set. Alonso Corsellas off the block touch now. Eben from off the court takes another crack, but is denied by Alonso Corsellas. Jensen was there as well. Another block point by the Rise.
Rise coming through with some energy. Good vision work. Watch how Jensen dropped down and looked at Leah Edmond before that swing.
Yeah, definitely influenced the angle of Leah Edmond's swing. Snyder serving. Rise up 4. Briggs roll mine. Oh, great up. What hustle by Carlson. Oh, but Edmond under-hit it. Point Grand Rapids. Great defense, though, by Carlson, but not enough to extend the rally.
That was pretty impressive. Staying on your feet and running about 12 feet to play one-handed ball control.
Rise still in charge of this 3rd set, 13-8.
Defensively, this is a good look. Turner and right back protecting for Rise, and Henson the left back.
Good serve received by Smith. Edmond with the rip. Redirects to Snyder. Smith tries to put it away with the cross. Briggs Romine had it measured. Rumpelberg had the corner covered. And another hammer by Aiko Jones.
Finding her rhythm. This Aiko Jones, when she gets locked in, that face turns so competitive. Vision, power, she's got it all.
And Kayla Banworth Turles earlier this season, there are few people she's worked with like Aiko Jones. Her drive, her passion, her desire to work. She brings that level of intensity that you just can't duplicate, but hard to duplicate that swing from Carly Snyder. Another one gets down.
Major League Volleyball just spoils us with the all-stars in the game still playing in America. I just love watching Carly Snyder hit, pass, do it all.
Yeah, back in her home state, Macomb, Michigan's finest. They're playing collegiately with the Gators. Jones once more as Snyder. And they run out of room.
There we go. There's no doubt. Once you find the hot hand as a setter, you keep feeding it until it cools off. No hesitation. Carlson giving Jones the set.
Gives Aiko Jones 12 kills, still hitting .321. Jackie Moore on the service line, 5 down 4. Oblad with another slide.
That's pretty fun, Andy. Off of 1 foot. Oblad is one-on-one, so all you need is a decent pass. You go fast. Oblad getting the kill.
Oblad with an O-blast. Native of Henderson, Nevada.
I caught that. I caught that.
Thank you. I appreciate when you're picking up what I'm laying down. Middle attack, Edmond. And just off the mark there on the tap by Turner.
Smith playing a little dodgeball on that, keeping her body back as that ball creeps closer to that out of bounds.
Oblad tries to hatchet that through the block. Nice defense by Rampelberg. Briggs Romine's turn, denied by Jones. Megan Awalea, beg your pardon.
You got Awalea waiting for the cross-court look again. Briggs Romine just cutting it inside, going inside. And finally, Awalea with, after a sweet dig, picking up, jumped in on that block.
Awalea's 5th point of the match. Has this time to pass to Briggs Romine. Working line, and Jones unable to keep it up. And Grand Rapids, much like set 2, heads into our 16-point timeout with the edge. 6th sudden, it gets squeezed down so much because you want nothing to do with number 6 for Grand Rapids. Corseas long on the deep cross.
It's a got-to-go moment. So Iko Jones is in your back row, which means setter Avery Carlson is in a 2-hitter situation. It's go mode. There's got to be some type of offensive connection because it's a side-out game if this pass comes for Rise.
Great pass. Oblad able to pack it through.
Andy, you're going to have to take more service risks if you're Vibe right now, because the passing for Rise is just too good.
Yeah.
Automatic if that sets at the net.
And they were considered to be the more vulnerable serve-receive team in this match. That has not been the case as Edmond takes a rip. First ball side out for the 2-time All-League outside Leah Edmond.
That was a frustration swing from Edmond. She got it fast, was in rhythm, had a good look with power, but her coming down after, like, there we go.
Yeah. Probably got a sense of it through your screen. You could really feel it here from courtside. It's an angry swing. Snyder with some finesse off the block of Moore.
This is the 3rd time these two teams have played throughout the season, right? So you know your shots. You saw Briggs Romine go inside, and then Snyder on her next attempt takes it the same shot, trying to work Edmond.
Across to Edmond. Now the back set to Jones. Edmond had to lunge for it. Off the scramble, Briggs Romine hits into the net. Point Atlanta.
2 heads-up shots for Leah Edmond. The first one she hit into the block, got an easy cover back. The next one tried to take the setter out of the offense. Leah Edmond showing up big.
Also, Keeley, 4 Vibe aces in that opening set win. None since.
Exactly.
Yeah. Snyder stepped into it, turned away by Jones and Moore. Jones drops the hammer. Off the overdig, another one by Jones. Speaking of players swinging with force.
Avery Carlson got the set. The middle goes slightly away, works it low back for Jones. Andy, like you exactly said, so it's either a combination. If you're not coming through with aces, either the passing game's improved or you're not taking as big as risk as you did before. I think it's a combination of both.
Yeah, I don't know if those aces that Atlanta cooked up in the first set was because they were putting a lot of leverage on their serves. It was just shaky serve receive by the Rise. His hands wipes out a potential ace off the net. And a net violation on the Vibe. Point Grand Rapids.
With volleyball, if the net is moving and the ball clears the net, which means no part of the ball is even close, some player had to touch it.
Kayla Banworth seeking an explanation, along with her Vibe team. With that point, Rise up 19-16.
Challenging that there was no net touch.
All right, Atlanta going to challenge the net touch. And we'll take another look.
Where's the proof? Our challenges of today are provided by proof of the pudding.
Obviously a consequential point here.
Yes.
I would say that expression says it all for Kayla Banworth.
Yes. No, it was. Give me a second. 25. Yes. No, not that one. At the top of it. For just a second.
Just trying to sort out when the potential block touch occurred.
Yep. Just keep going, just a second. Right
Caleb
there, number
Banworth,
15.
reigning Major League Volleyball
Number
Coach of the
15.
Year. After the Vibe went 19-9 a year ago.
Banworth just hit 2 emojis,
Right
like,
there.
what? And then came to her face like, huh?
Does it? Okay. Okay, nope. Okay. Yep. Here, just a second.
So we're going to see if there was the net touch here.
You're good.
Boy, by an eyelash.
Just wait.
Jones looks like she got the hand off the stove.
What's at the end
So
of the
the
play?
question is, did the ball
Yeah, I
clear
know.
the net? The answer is yes. So, and then afterwards, it
Yeah.
looks like, Andy, the net is already moving.
Yeah. Yeah, net was already moving.
Right.
And I don't see a
Oh, here we
touch
go. Here, just a second.
from a fingertip of Iko Jones. And so I believe
Yeah.
that
Yes,
challenge
but we
will be
gotta see if there's a
successful.
replay.
Okay, if you don't know, it has to be the original call, what you originally saw.
And now it's Carly Snyder's turn
gonna be a
to
replay.
litigate for Grand Rapids.
If you don't know, the original call stands.
You hear Snyder saying, if you don't know, the original call has to stand, trying to argue that point
Yep,
for the
it's gonna
Rise.
replay, yep. After the review, there was no net fault. It's going to be a replay.
So a replay of the point. Okay.
Because the whistle was blown. So the ball was still in the air, but the whistle was blown, so the play was terminated. The ball continued, and then looking at it, the net was moving before even Iko Jones went up for the block.
Keely, sometimes the court turns into a courtroom. And that
pretty
was
fun.
one such instance.
I feel like I was back in Michigan playing euchre, fighting for the points.
So still 18-16. Carlson dishes to Jones. Brings Romine with the up. Alonso Corseas meet Leah Edmond.
Quite possibly, that could be the wake-up call Atlanta needed. So the fight for that last replay, you have the fire is lit. Rocking that peach uniforms, but looking like some fire inside.
Yeah, but think about what an inflection point that last review could be in the momentum of this set. As the margins cut to 1. Overpass, hammer down, and we're tied. The point by Moore and the timeout for Grand Rapids.
This is often why coaches purposely get a yellow card, something to wake up their team. That fight right there to earn the point, lit it up for Vibe, coming through with the overpass for another point is Moore.
Yeah, a rare, erratic serve receive from the Rise, and now timeout Kathy George as Carlson goes to work. Another pop set. Snyder can't put it down. Punched over by Rumpelberg. Jones. It's punched up by Turner. What a pass to Snyder. What defense by Rumpelberg. Now it's Edmond with the cross. Does she dot the corner? No.
Oh my goodness, what a hard-fought play. Gosh, Morganhead's out of system, sticking a beautiful bump set right there. Yeah, Snyder coming inside, the layout, the defense. That rally really did have it all.
That was just nasty. Some nasty displays of defense on both sides of the net. But ultimately, the point in the Rise column. Grand Rapids back up by 1. Snyder with that tough serve, handled well by Smith. Jones off the block touch. Point number 15 for Iko Jones on the 15th kill.
Iko Jones found her spot, and Isringhausen coming in as a stronger blocker in front of Alonso Corseas.
And Maddie Isringhausen ticketed for some more spot playing time with Raven Colvin still unavailable. And good eye there. It's an errant swing on the serve by the Vibe and Edmond. And now Camila Gomez comes in for the first time for Grand Rapids as a serving sub.
Gomez listed as the second libero on the side of the Rise, comes in, so do a good serve, but it's mostly defending the left back.
An out-of-system swing. Isringhausen misses the line. Point Rise. Back up 2.
That is hard to do, coming off the bench and staying warm enough to hit your first swing. Isringhausen taking it wide, but if she can get warmed, she can hit it.
Both teams fighting for a 2-1 lead. Jones on the cross, dug up by Turner. And what a pass by Gomez to set up Alonso Corseas for the point. 22-19, timeout vibe. Camila Gomez, well, she came in cold. She got warmed up in a hurry. How about that pass? Aiko Jones' season high was 19 kills. She did that across 4 sets in the win at Omaha. Jones already nearing that before the conclusion of our 3rd set. More on the service line, 20-22. The off speed by Briggs Romine. Kept up by the Vibe, though. Edmond measures it and rolls it. Briggs Romine working cross, unable to be handled by Moore.
A beautiful handset delivery by Hens. It gave a lot of time to look at it. Briggs Romine wanted to work, left back by Moore, and found the spot.
23-20 Grand Rapids with the rookie Alonso Corseas to serve. Had a pair of aces in that Indy match, including a set point winner in set 1. Also led the Rise with 12 digs. That was in rhythm from Jones. Nothing to it for the former Louisville Cardinal.
Good news, bad news for Vibe fans. Aiko Jones getting her kills. Yes, she is playing in hot, but she's now going back to serve, so it takes her out of that block and front row pattern.
16th kill for Jones, still hitting .333. Serving line, Briggs Romine. Fast offense, Obled. Oh, the layout from the back. And now it is Isringhausen. Maddie Isringhausen with her first point to bring the Vibe within 1.
All she needs to do is get warm. One swing in her, Isringhausen's
digs. Which leads the Rise. Jones serving to tie. Down the line to Briggs Romine. Off the high ball, Briggs Romine. Clinical finish.
I mean, mentally, I was going with the slide attack as a blocker. I'd be thinking about it, but this is why. The least likely going outside, bringing Briggs Romine inside for that swing.
Forces set point. Briggs Romine to serve. Edmond drops the hammer. 24-23.
Holding on for dear life. You got Vibe coming through probably the biggest point of the match. The key is right now to hang on to this point. It's all about passing it now. Can Smith create any type of out of system? Because in system, both hitters are a good look in the front row.
Taylor Smith does have 2 aces. Oh, but that one into the net, and it delivers the set for the Rise. 25-23, nip and tuck down the stretch of our 3rd set. But now it's the visitors who head into the 4th. Up a set. Not cede any more ground in the Major League Volleyball standings. And now, as we reach the 2nd half, and those standings get tight, protecting the home court becomes paramount. And so it'll force a rally here in the 4th from Atlanta.
So much energy goes out of you in those first couple of sets. It's all about the stamina right now. The grid comes out. That competitor comes to play.
Atlanta to serve to begin our 4th. Quick set, pushed over and down. Melissa Jensen didn't quite have it in platform, but that gets the job done.
Jensen had enough time to watch the defense in that last set. Her 3 rotations off, dropping an easy shot for the first kill.
Only player with this Rise franchise since its inception. Snug set, goes over to Jones. And that's put through on the quick set by Moore.
On the team, you're just for Vibe, just looking around like who's going to get it started. We need to go on this set. Nice job. If you feel like you can get more involved in the offense, you're looking good.
7th kill for Jackie Moore. Still hitting .545. Point taken, though. Yes, get more involved. Yeah.
I was like a little DJ on that. Hitting it more.
Well, there's a difference between getting more involved and getting more involved,
exactly.
Right? Because Jackie Moore has already been involved, but you want more involved. We get what you're going at.
You know what I was going at. I would love to get her a little more involved here on this good pass if they can stick it.
And swing way long on Snyder. Former Michigan Miss Volleyball Carly Snyder knotted to 2.
Raise them gritty in Michigan.
Oh, don't they ever. And I'm sitting next to one of them. I'm still searching for their first ace since the first set, as Edmond can't reach to that. Side out rise.
Nailed it on the head, Andy. So the rise, when you stick a pass, that means you're putting the setter at the net to run that offense in that set delivery. Vibe, you need to continue set middles more and then take a little more risk on that service game.
Another quick set, and that's tapped over by Awalea.
A first check in your box. Yes, we're getting more in the offense. We're getting Awalea in the offense. Keep going back to what worked in that first set.
And the Vibe really integrated the middles in that opening set win. Maybe being more deliberate and returning to that in the fourth set. Service error and a side out for Grand Rapids.
The question is right now, can you hang on to this? You got, this situation is where Vibe a lot of times gets stuck in this rotation.
An ace by Alonso Corseas. Found the gap down the line.
That was the tightest line serve we've seen all match long.
Well, to wedge that in. Alonso Corseas that Indiana to the Sweet 16 in 2025, winningest player in program history, the native of Madrid, Spain. Coming off her first career start for Kathy George in the rise. Playing some defense to extend the rally. Jones with a big reach, and she misses long. No, it did catch a hand.
Okay, good news for Vibe fans. You got Aiko Jones still in her rhythm, feeling strong and confident as a beso and kiss on that back line.
Might not have caught a hand, but it did catch the line. Oblad with another slide. Hit that into the net. Opportunity for the Vibe. They'll try to cash in. Edmond got a block by Turner. Well, the 5'8" setter playing some defense on the two-time all-league outside. And they can't muscle it through the block. From a tight angle again. Alonso Corseas denied by Moore.
Awalea picked up the cover ball and then finished with the block. That was a player that saved that game. Coming in on that is Awalea.
Yeah, that was Awalea all the way. Moore was, or rather, Edmond was lurking. 5-all. It just seems like a scoring run has been really elusive for Atlanta these last couple of sets. And it hasn't taken much, quite frankly, in that area for the Rise to have captured sets 2 and 3.
And you have Taylor Head dropping a little bit in her game, but remember how she took the hand shot to her teammate, from her teammate. That shakes you up a little bit out of your rhythm as a player.
Team straight service errors. And here it's Awalea. Free agent signing in December for Atlanta. Snyder off speed, and there was a net touch from Atlanta.
Snyder showing tip, but hesitated of when she popped it, so more on the block, reached over and caught the top of the net.
So Grand Rapids up 7-6. Vibe cruise to that 25-19 set 1 win. But it has been a grind for the home team ever since. And swing misses badly. Service here again for Grand Rapids.
Libero Rumperberg came into that huddle with 2 fists, like, let's go, guys, trying to wake her team up because the Vibe looking pretty quiet. And also, I think legs are getting tired over there by the Rise.
Rumperberg, 14 digs. Double-digit digs now in 6 straight for the native of Belgium. And that one was hammered by Jensen.
Jensen a middle, but the Rise kept her on that right side to hit this attack, going off of 2 feet instead of 1, coming through that seam of the block.
Yeah, definitely found that seam. It opened up for the former Michigan State Spartan. Cameron Turner to serve. Spent this offseason as a part-time assistant at Washburn University. Love when our MLB players moonlight as assistant coaches in the NCAA game in the offseason. Turner among them. Also, Leah Meyer was an assistant coach for the University at Buffalo in 2025. How about that up by Rumpelberg? All sorts of contorted. Edmond blocked and played over. We play on. Turner with a quick set, and Rumpelberg not able to control it.
Rumpelberg made some amazing plays. And this one, the final finish, it's the middle attack that's working for the Rise, just a little off the shoulder. But pretty impressive what she was able to do.
Yeah, Jensen got the kill, but boy, did the Rise have to work for it because of Rumpelberg. You think Rumpelberg, knowing that she's dueling against Hans, the player that she replaced as libero at Vibe, is maybe factoring into just the ferocity that she's shown tonight? Not to say that she doesn't normally play with this type of will and hustle, but maybe that she's playing with a little extra intervention.
I remember playing in a different professional. You don't really remember. You just play the next ball, but there's so much respect between these two players showing incredible defense. You're just on to your next season.
Oh, yeah. Overdig. Jones the up. Edmond got blocked by Jensen. Didn't quite time the jump. Had to swing on that on the way down. Easy pickings for Jensen, and now Grand Rapids starting to gap the Vibe at 10-7.
Jensen's been quiet throughout this match, but now stepping it up. One with the last kill, this one with the block.
Jensen 6 kills, 3 blocks. Edmond blocked again. Well, talented that for Alonso Cortesas.
With the block, it's the setup.
Should say out of the timeout. Carlson to Jones. Working line, but missing long.
Jones putting her finger up like, guys, that was me. But look how much court she had. So you take a mental note saying, I can still hit that shot.
Jones missed what would have been a season-high tying 19th kill. Trying a good reflex dig. Jensen tries to chop it past Moore. Jones off the block, hands laying out. Edmond's turn to play defense. Edmond to dig again. Smith blocked. Is it kept over? No. Smothering defense at the net by the Rise, and the run continues.
You got the Rise coming through, ranked second in blocks, coming up, representing that right now, not only with block touches, but block finishes.
No seams, fewer answers for the Vibe attack here. 13-7, Rise on top. Hammond tries to hatchet that through the block. Unsuccessful. Able to turn away Alonso Cortesas. Oh, the block by Jones. And she lets out a primal yell.
Coach Vandenwer says Aiko Jones is the best blocker in the court. Doesn't really care how well her offense is going. When it's hot, she's like happy about it. But that block keeps you on the court. Domination.
Trying to wake up her Vibe teammates. Edmond serving short. Jones once more. Able to muscle it through, but not down. Solo block Jensen. Snuffing out the middle attack.
That was fantastic hands work by Jensen. Her body went right. Watch how she recovers, jumps back left with her hands. Very athletic, great vision.
Well, Alyssa Jensen, the third-year pro, coming to life for the Rise here. In sets 3 and 4. And a nice serve receive. Off the back set, Jones takes a second chop at it. Corner covered by Turner. Vibe chasing
Wow.
6 points, make it 7. Another block by Jensen.
I would say they're creeping up in their block stats. The Rise are just owning the block touches. So Vibe players swing, the block slows it down to make it an easier defensive play. And this one, just it's a wall right in front of Atlanta, trying to figure out how to score a point.
Kathy George's former pupils, one of her finest at Michigan State, casting a shadow, Alyssa Jensen. And all of a sudden, the Vibe down 2 sets to 1, now down 6 off the side out.
That's
Aiko Jones, that's now kill number 19, ties the season high.
Yeah, and guess who knows those stats too? Coach Caleb Banward looking at setter Carlson. Okay, keep going. We need kills before Aiko Jones rotates out. Give her the set.
More to serve. Off the net, but not down. Hence read it well. And there rattles through the block from Alonso Corseas.
A fantastic.
5 blocks in the set already for the Rise.
17 total of the match, and you're gonna mix it up. You got Oblad jumping in, Jensen when she's there, Alonso Corseas owning the block. Nice job overall. 17 on the match so far. That is, like, when you talk about a wall in volleyball, that is the wall you're trying to get through.
And they are holding, and holding is being generous. They are throttling Atlanta right now. Minus 069 hitting percentage in the 4th. And take a massive reversal by the Vibe. Down 7 points as Jensen serves it. Pass was stuck by Smith, and now Edmond swooping, but missing.
You try to avoid the block. You try to avoid the defense. Edmond doing what she can. But Rise feeling so confident with their lead right now. Full communication on the side.
Jones blocked. Pushed over by Edmond. Free ball for the Rise. Over the moving block that's put down by Briggs Romine.
Even as a back row setter, you had Turner take the jump set, hold the block. You see right there, held the block, gave the seam, and a good look for that low set.
First kill of the set by Paige Briggs Romine. Her 10th of the match. You talk about balanced offense. Briggs Romine, 10 kills, leads the way for the Rise. But Oblad has 9, Snyder has 9. Alonso Corseas has had 7. That'll be a 5 point.
So the offense is being spread with the Rise, but then you have those blocking numbers, and that is a complete team game right there. When you're putting up the defensive numbers and combine them with the spread offense, it's hard to beat a team that's well balanced.
Yeah, you'd given the number earlier, Keely, 17 blocks in the match for Grand Rapids, but they only had 3 in the first. And no surprise, it was the lone set they've lost. And the block's been on, the Rise have been on. Bob trying to attack off the block touch. Jones swinging into the double. It's denied. Another block, this time Briggs Romine.
This is figuring out the game. We're looking at professionals right now. They are just third time you play each other. You know tendencies, and Rise really stepping it up, taking advantage of the tendencies.
Rise have just been suffocating at the net, forcing the off-speed swing from Aiko Jones, rather. Oh, can Snyder get there? Yes, she can. The team up 10, up 2 sets to 1 in the 4th. And that did catch a hand for the Vibe side out. But you could just tell the energy and the activity level of the Rise, it's been contagious right now on defense.
Coach Kathy George said we don't expect perfection as much as we expect effort every single day. And you saw that with Snyder with the one-hand save. Wow.
Nice one-handed dig by Jones. Now Briggs Romine has that wiped out. Vibe need every free ball they can get. Jones clips hands. Aiko Jones, a new season high in kills for the second-year pro.
As I said, are you just trying to find points when you're creeping toward the end of the match? Aiko Jones is the point scorer right now for Vibe.
She needs the cavalry to come, though. Great up by Rumpelberg. Edmond with a sharp cross. Maybe the start of something for the Vibe. Now 19-13.
It's a got-to-go situation. So you got Edmond with the kill. She can do it, but the block, attention to detail is everything as you try to push points.
Yeah, Leah Edmond has really covered a lot of ground defensively. She's got 21 digs. That's a 10th kill for Edmond, but still barely hitting above 0. Timeout for Grand Rapids. And so Grand Rapids getting the job done against one of the most consistent hitters in Major League Volleyball tonight.
Yeah, I think doing a great job slowing down much of the offense. The only one really scoring for Vibe right now is Aiko Jones on the right side. Excellent scout report, and even better, the game time adjustment you're seeing rise by shutting down or slowing down and Leah Edmond, a 2-time league MVP.
The kill was Edmond's 10th, Keely, so that's a 6th consecutive game with a double-double for Edmond. The 21 digs, a new season high. Previous high was 19. She did that in the 4-setter at Indy. Well, the chase is on for the Ignite, 13-2. And that 13th win at the expense of the Rise. Way up into the stratosphere. Edmond ranges over. Now played over by Smith. Snyder off the net, got some help, but got it down.
Nothing but heart on the swing, and you get a smile to go along with it with Snyder. Loves to play this game, coming through, asking for it out of middle, back in that pipe, big attack.
Snyder hitting 176 for her 10th kill. Hit a season-high 364 in the sweep over Atlanta a month ago. Another one pounded down by Edmond. 20-14.
Finding that consistent effort. Talking to Coach Bird in that last match, she said, we're good. We're hot at times, but it's just pure consistency. This is what Leah Edmond can do. Work the blocker's hands high down the line.
Now, Anna McKissick comes on as the serving sub for the first time, a second-year pro from Florida.
I wonder if she'll serve her former another Gator with Snyder.
Now we'll go to Hens instead. Oh, the block by Moore. Edmond was there on the close as well. And all of a sudden, the run's starting to mount for the Vibe.
If you're going to trust anyone on Vibe's team blocking one-on-one behind the setter, it's Leah Edmond clamping down.
Watch the rip, Avery.
Want the whale across the court to Snyder. Edmond. Edmond just throws it deep. Snyder.
Wow.
Oh, good job by McKissick for the reflex dig. Slam tip. Jones had a red. Edmond rolls it back to Briggs Romine. Snyder once more. Great defense by McKissick. And the cross-court kill by the Vibe. And all of a sudden, the crowd on its feet as the deficit has been cut from 10 to 4.
Anything it takes. Ellie McKissick coming through 2 major digs. Excellent time to use McKissick, Coach Banworth.
I think it's premature to say we're trending towards a repeat of that regional final between Texas A&M and Nebraska in that 4th set.
Right.
But the comeback is officially on at Gas South Arena.
Watch the rip, watch the inside slide.
Vibe trying to extend a 6-0 run.
Simple, Jackie.
And that dots the line. Much needed side out for the Rise. Berkeley Oblad.
That was a floated save attack that just barely dropped. Not enough topspin, but Berkeley Oblad's walking off, saying in is in, count it.
Split the back line, Berkeley Oblad. And in the thick of the offensive effort for Grand Rapids tonight, Allison Mayfield with her first serve of the match. Edmond has that turned away.
Wow.
Jones snipes it.
I thought Turner had a great setup on Leah Edmond to stop the first attack, but Aiko Jones says, second opportunity, give me that ball down the line.
Aiko Jones been firing away here in this fourth. Once again, the margin's 4.
You have Snyder currently in front of Jones. The question is, can you get a good pass to see if you can get Jensen back involved in the offense if you rise?
Snyder working cross court. Airborne by Edmond, but not that second up.
Snyder's like, I don't care if it's a bad pass, good pass right now. If the block even knows they're going for me, I have to set up and vision around. That was perfection.
Let me hear you, 22-17 rise. Still trying to keep the vibe at arm's length. Off the joust, it's muscled through by Edmond. Won that battle against Jensen.
Edmond took her jump on her swing, maybe an extra 8 inches. Got up, really wanted that before she's got to go back for her serving 3 rotations.
Deep in the fourth, she just exploded off the floor, now floating it down the line to Hentz. Cross-court kill, Alonso Corseas, a clutch swing. And now the rise within 2 of a win.
When you hit from the right side to the right side, it's open court if you can get that deep corner. That was perfectly placed by Alonso Corseas.
Jones working on a career high in kills. Gets that one off the change of pace.
This is good news for Atlanta Vibe as they get going. So Aiko Jones struggled throughout the season, getting her offense in a rhythm, but it's there. Her confidence is back as we saw throughout her collegiate career. Now you see Atlanta trying to create a run with more on this service line. Also,
Aiko Jones, not only the career high in kills, double-double as well with 11 digs. There's a line drive served by Moore, handled by Hentz. Can Alonso Corseas put it away? She can, and it's match point for Grand Rapids.
And guess who's coming back to the front row? You got Oblad with a strong block and offense behind the setter, and then Gomez getting the serving sub on this back row play.
Alonso Corseas, meanwhile, who got that last kill, has played some fearless volleyball. The rookie from Indiana, Camila Gomez, the serving sub. Trying to put this one in the hands of the rise. Turner. Across, brings Romine, that's handled by Smith. Edmond taking flight, she misses long, point to the rise, match to the rise. And a resilient rise team on this Friday night. They dropped the opening set, but really put the clamps on the vibe. And